So Priya, when I'm going to introduce this topic, gravity, in the class, the very first thing I'll do is, I'll show this poster in the class and ask the kids to observe it carefully. After that, very first thing what I'll do is I'll ask them a question. That is, around whom are the planets revolving? The kids will answer me as sun because they can see that the planets are revolving around the sun. Then the second question will be that how are the planets revolving around the sun? So the kids might answer me that the planets are revolving, as they can see that the planets are revolving in a circular motion. They'll answer me that the planets are revolving in a circle around the sun. And then the final question what I'll ask is there anything which is visible to the naked eye which is binding the planet and the sun, or which is keeping them together? So the kids will answer me as no. And then I'll introduce the topic saying, but there is a force known as gravity due to which the sun and the planets are binded together in a solar system. After that, I'll introduce what is gravity. Gravity is a pulling force that works across space. So this gravity is something, it's a force, it's a pulling force which will work across the space. That is, it is also working in the space. It does not need a medium to work. And then the objects do not have to touch each other for the gravity to work, so that they will also understand that though the planets are not touching each other, still the gravity is working and they are able to move around in a circle or in an orbit around the sun. After that, I'll give them an example where they can see that here the sun and the planet is at a shorter distance, but in the solar system, the sun is millions and millions of away from the planets, and still the planet is revolving around the sun in a circular motion. It is because of the gravity, that is pulling force of the sun, due to which the planets are revolving around the sun for years and years. Now, as the sun is millions and millions of years away from all the planets, still it is able to have gravity, or still it is able to have gravitational pull towards all the planets, and the planets are revolving around the sun. Why? Because the sun has more mass, and that's why the gravitational pull of the sun is more. More the mass, more is the gravitational pull of the body. So here comes mass in the picture saying, now kids might ask you, ma'am, what is mass? And then you are supposed to explain them, or I'll explain them, that mass means the amount of matter an object has. Now the sun is very big compared to our mother earth because it has more matter, or it has more things inside than mother earth. Now the kids might also ask that, ma'am, is it that mass and weight is same? That means the weight of the sun is more than weight of the earth. So then you have to introduce them saying that no, mass and weight are not same, as mass remains constant across even in the vacuum, but weight changes with gravity. Weight is something which has changing factor, or which changes with gravity. For example, a woman who is weighing 40 kgs on earth will weigh only 6.6 kgs on moon. Why? Because moon is having only 1/6 of gravitational force or gravitational pull as compared to earth. Okay, so moon is having only 1/6 of gravitational pull as compared to earth, so that the person who is, or the object which is weighing 40 kgs here will weigh there only 6.6 kgs. But if a woman is having a mass of 4 kg here, the mass will remain constant on the moon itself. The amount of matter the woman has in her body will remain constant across even in the vacuum, or even on any other planet apart from earth. Okay, and then there comes various misconceptions. For example, kids might also ask you that, ma'am, but how does gravity work in space? Because gravity needs medium to work. The way air is not there. So you need to explain to them that gravity needs no medium to work. Gravity can work in vacuum as well. What is vacuum? So kids might ask, what is vacuum? Vacuum means there is nothing. The space is completely empty. And when the space is completely empty, containing nothing inside, it is called as vacuum. And gravity can work in vacuum as well. It does not need air or any other medium like water or anything else to work. Okay. The second misconception might be that now these planets, there is no binding force, there is nothing. Then how come that the planets are revolving in certain orbit and they are not colliding with each other? This might be a question the kids might ask. So I'll explain to them that yes, though there is nothing attached between the sun and the planets are still revolving in different orbits. What is an orbit? Orbit is a path. Can you see this white color? This is a path, a way which is decided for one planet. Okay, so for example Saturn, for Saturn this way is decided. Okay, so sorry, for Saturn this way is decided. For Jupiter this way is decided. For Earth, this third orbit, third way is decided. So they will not collide with each other because they will be circling or rather revolving around the sun in different orbits or along different paths. And their speeds are also completely different. That is the reason they will never collide with each other. But if all the planets were supposed to go from the same path, for example, there have not been so many ways and only one way was there where all the planets were arranged, then they would have collided because the path would have been same, right? But now they don't collide as the paths are completely different.